But before we stop, have you got any more movement on yours? We've talked about you getting back into the cage.
There's some stuff going on.
He came to me with some stuff, and we've chatted about it a little bit, but
not worth talking about to our audience. This is breaking news.
No,
you heard it here first. What's going on? What kind of news we talking about?
It is worth talking about. I think we're just we're waiting to look. Nate kind of is like, hey man, he hasn't fought in a while, and maybe he needs to fight somebody else, and he has a friend in mind that he wants me to fight. And I'm like, okay, we can have a discussion, I guess. So we're chatting about it, but there's a lot more than just us two saying we want to fight. You've got to find a place to put it.
A lot of pieces here, egos, all these things, right?
Whoa, no ego here.
All ego there. but then Rich is going out to Misfits Boxing in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have a little conversation about.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to Mans before about.
There was an offer made, remember?
Match.
Oh,
yeah. It was just right at the time where I was
going into
AEW.
AEW.
Yeah. I'm all about revisiting that.
So makes sense then.
Dad Dojo.
I'll let
both of us on the same card.
Hey, I'll let you headline. And then
I'll take it.
I've been spending time in the dojo, doing all the things that they won't show. No spotlights on me, no photos, becoming the king on the low low.
You were asking me about the DDP and Chimaev fight this weekend, UFC 319. Big main event. I mean, Bob, Rich, this is your world, man. You live in this world. Do you have any guys on this card?
Basinger. Kayev, yeah. He's having a hell of a week.
Yeah.
One on contenders. There's a chance he could win 2 fights in 5 days?
Yeah.
Would break Hamzat's record. Because Hamzat did 10 days or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Would it be him or Kevin Holland? Because Kevin Holland fought back to back too.
Yeah, something crazy like that. But
that's wild.
Great card. Great card. Couple guys you and I have history with MVP and Pico as well. So big card.
I mean, I think a lot of the breakdown on this fight is, what's your thought on it first before we get, because I know I'm going to probably end up going the opposite way, so we might as well just go ahead and get it all out there. Bobby.
Just naturally, it's going to be.
Which one?
Okay, so let's go DDP and Chimaev. I mean, obviously you come from a wrestling background, a high-level wrestling background, and you've got someone like Chimaev who, for us, we're going to lean a lot more towards Chimaev based on the wrestling pedigree.
No, but I've had this debate, and I watch it all the time with my son, and I had a lot of debate, and I was just like, I was always DDP, always. But then everyone that I've been watching, and a lot of people are putting out videos of, and it's fighters. They're putting out what their predictions are, and a lot of these guys are saying Khamzat's just going to run through them, and I'm like, man, DDP has heard that every fight that he's had since he's won the title. This guy's going to smoke him. Adesanya is going to kill him. Whitaker is going to kill him. And he comes out there and he just kills people. Mm-hmm. And it's like his fighting. I like his fighting style because I don't know what it is.
No one knows.
You don't know what's coming at you. But he is very effective. And he's beating people up and they're like, what's going on? And I remember when I had a gym before, I used to always tell the guys, I was like, man, if everybody's learning the same way, the person that kind of throws it off and does something different is going to be hard to deal with. And for him, he's mastered an art of, I don't know what he's doing, but he figured it out. So I want to say I did 2 bets, of course.
You guys
I bet a parlay with Khamzat, steamrolling him, saying if Khamzat wins, he's going to win in the second round.
Got it.
If DDP wins, it's of course because DDP just beats him up and he doesn't figure out what's going on. What would shock the world if DDP just came out there and submitted him at the beginning when he took him down? Mm-hmm. Because there is that video circulating where DDP just went through the whole Gracie team and submitted almost all of them. So it's not like he's not good on the ground. And if he goes down to the ground, is DDP going to throw something at Khamzat that he doesn't know what's going on and catch him? So with me, I have a toss-up. My heart, I like the wrestler because Khamzat is an incredible wrestler, and I just saw him pick up Cormier.
DC. All 320 pounds of him?
That's not easy.
Someone said, I saw a comment, yeah, DC's 250, and it started this.
I'm 250
discussion. Yeah, someone was like, he ain't 250,
bro.
But you know him, Cormier, being around him, just to try to lock it. That's not easy. No. Like Cormier is very dangerous, and I wrestled Cormier back at the training center. Cormier is very dangerous. Even now, you just always have that naturally in you, and just him playing around with Khamzat for Khamzat just to be able to lock something up and pick him up like a kid. That's a big deal. So his wrestling is serious. But
okay, so you're saying big deal.
I'm saying I like Khamzat, but
no, you're saying that body lock was a big deal.
Everything is, yes.
That was a big deal.
Everything, yes.
I say it was no deal. The reason why I say it was no deal, no, let me just tell you this. There was no deal. Can you imagine how pissed off Dana White would have been if they would have gotten to like a real like little tussle at all and Khamzat got hurt? Mr. Always Never shows up to the fight because he's either sick or ill. I'm sorry. Have it on video and DC is caught wrestling with that kid and he falls and hurts his ankle. DC let him have that shit. I'm not saying it wouldn't have happened. Just want to clarify it. I'm not saying that Khamzat couldn't have got to the double unders, but DC is smart enough to know, and you know he is a smart son of a gun when it comes to like, hey man, like I gotta let this guy do whatever because if something happens to him and I'm the announcer, I'm gonna get killed if he hurts his knee. If he hurts his knee or his ankle,
I get
he did the same thing with
they're
Alex.
not going to get hurt in that.
With Pajera.
Yeah. Alex did the same thing. Alex was able to control him a little bit, and I'm like,
they're
come
like,
on.
oh, look at his wrestling.
Come on, DC.
Just...
He let Alex. Oh, come on. There's no way Alex is getting unders on DC. There's not a shot in the dark. I'm just saying. It was a smart play by DC because then DC
put him over.
Yes.
He put him over.
In wrestling terms.
And he had you believing it. He had you believing it.
It's not about believing it. It's about like this. Even though as a wrestler, we play around in this, he knows he's not going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And DC is going to be like, oh yeah, he's going to give him a little bit of more. But the fact of, if you look at what Khamzat did and the way that he did it, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the fact that he did it. Look at the way that he did it. His positioning with different things as far as takedowns and clinches and everything like that are a little bit different. Just look at it. It's not just, I want to clinch him and step up here. He climbs high. He comes over here.
High
and the way
elbow,
that he did it, it's a higher level of wrestling. Even though they're just faking and Cormier let him do it, even if you just let him do it, not anybody's just going to be able to just pick him up that easy. It's a positioning. It's where you put the lock. It's a lot. I was looking at where he slid the lock to, how he did it. Yes, they were just playing around, but he's a very intelligent wrestler, man. He wrestles different.
He's no
Some
joke.
of those guys are different.
He's no joke.
It's like a high level wrestling style, but a little bit different. And DDP has a pretty good wrestling style also, and his is a little different. So this fight is a weird fight.
It is.
Khamzat we've seen him steamroll people, man. Yeah. He could beat you in 1 minute, right? He could brutalize you, but we've also seen, like against Usman, Kamaru, right? If that's 5 rounds, it's a different fight.
Yeah.
And this is a 5-rounder. Yeah. So,
but he said he got hurt in that fight. He hurt his knee, right?
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
Khamzat said he hurt.
But even with Gilbert, right? He with Burn. Now, granted, I know that was at a different weight class,
which could have killed him because he is sure. You look at the size of him now. You're like,
I think
how'd you ever make
kind of guys,
170?
as we know, like he's a Ferrari, right? He's a powerhouse, and those guys don't always have the best gas tank. DDP can fight 5. Like out of shape, right? And
he doesn't
style.
have like as Big John, like John was saying, like he doesn't have a governor on his car. Yeah. Like he just runs. He runs it redlined, and then he, if he has a moment to recover between rounds, he will, and then he'll come in and he'll redline it again. That's what scares me with him a little bit in terms of picking the selection.
You know how it is with fighting. It doesn't matter. Like everybody has a good gas tank. It's a mental thing. If you're getting your ass whooped, you will get tired. Like mentally.
No, he's normally whipping someone's ass and he gets tired.
I know, but what if Khamzat's like murdering him? It's a mental fatigue that's going to make you tired out there. It's not the fact of everybody has a good gas tank going in there, especially a main event fight like that. Nobody's going to come in there out of shape. And a lot of times when people get tired, it's because mentally they're just getting a little bit more on them. Let's look at Yoel Romero. They said his gas tank was terrible. That one fight that he had with
Izzy.
Is
It
he,
kind of is though.
Kennedy.
That's what changed his fighting style.
Tim Kennedy.
He started to never do anything.
Yeah,
in his fights.
he's just tired. I think because he's older. He's probably
Yeah.
Yoel?
he's probably pushing.
But
60.
Remember
when he fought Tim Kennedy? It was like he stayed
He's
down
Cuban,
on the
bro.
thing.
He's probably 60 years old.
He stayed down on the bench, but all of a sudden when he came back, 30 seconds later, he's full of energy. No, it was a mental thing.
He's a
Because
freak, no
mentally
doubt.
fatigued over the time.
Yeah, these guys
So,
are all freaks. The Yoels, the Hamzats. But,
Yeah.
but they do get tired, man.
Yep.
They do.
If you're winning, you're not gonna get tired.
But
He did, though.
But
Against who?
He was against Gilbert Burns. He got tired in
Against
the third
Usman.
round and got dropped. Got
Remember
tired against Usman.
against Kamaru.
That first round against
Yeah.
against Kamaru could have been a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
He mounted him, beat him. He literally got saved by the bell.
I think
Yeah.
it was still because like, did you see? It wasn't that he just got tired and Usman just kept coming back. It was that Usman said, "Okay, wait a minute, I can hit this guy." And then there was that time where Kamzat was like, "Oh shit, he's hitting me." So it was
Because
a
he
mental,
was tired.
So it was. I think
Hamza's got really good striking. You know, see the part where he knocked out Gerald Mearshart? He crushed him.
Yeah,
like,
but
boom.
So you don't
He's
think
got good
you don't
striking.
think that Kamar? You thought Kamar only started coming back because he was tired?
Yes.
Nah,
Yeah.
man.
Yes, because
Watch that fight back.
In that, go ahead and watch it back.
Kamar
In
at one
the
point
second-
he started hitting him. He's like, Kamar was like, "Oh shit, I can actually hit this guy." And then Kamzat was like, "Man, he's hitting me." And
Kamaru
then it
Usman's
started-
got
he started
good
thinking
stand up.
more.
He's got really good stand up.
I
Working with
know.
Trevor Whitman, he's got great work on the feet. He can wrestle. And someone who was coming off of a 5-day notice fight for that fight, like he had literally was given 5 days to get ready for that fight. You can't do anything in 5 days. You make yourself worse if you try to train. So for me, honestly, I looked at that. These are my takeaways. These are my takeaways. I'm gonna chalk up the Gilbert Burns situation to cutting way too much weight.
Sure.
Plus, there's history of Hamzat having really bad COVID. Does he have what Chris Brennan has with COVID lungs?
The long
We're gonna,
COVID.
that long
Yeah.
COVID. We're gonna find that out in this fight because I think he physically. If you take a look at him against DDP, and DDP is known to be a big middleweight, I think he cut too much weight. His fights at 170, I think the reason why they were where he looked fatigued or he looked tired, even though he dominated, but against Gilbert Burns, is because of the weight cut. Either that or the COVID lung. Then he comes back up to 85. You got to remember, he fought at 180 because he missed weight by 8 pounds when he was supposed to fight Nate Diaz.
He fought Holland.
But Holland made 170. So I was like, oh, he flung Holland around. Yeah, but Holland made 170.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm not going to compare that. You didn't even get close to weight. If you'd got like 2 pounds away, I'd be like, but you were 8 pounds off. And I heard actually it was more than that. So he missed weight by 8 pounds. Fine, he fights, he dominates Holland. Cool. I'm not taking anything away from his skill level. I'm saying that when he fought at 185 and he fought Kamaru Usman, he got tired in the third round. To me, that's either a COVID situation with the lung, okay? Or this is my take, is that he overtrains. I think that he overtrains, and when he comes in, because you see spurts of him recovering, which means he feels like he can go. I think he overtrains. And the fact that he trained with Sam Calavita this time in LA out of the garage with Aaron Pico and Arman Sarukian, I think that Sam Calavita is going to make sure that he didn't overtrain. Because Sam also makes him sleep with a heart rate monitor on. He says, hey, send me over all your information in the morning. I want to see where you're at. And he says, nope, you're overtrained. Today, we're just going to ride the bike for 20 minutes. Okay, get a stretch, call it good. Nothing else the rest of the day. If he follows that regimen, I think you're going to see a different Hamzat Chimaev. Not get tired. I'm still not saying that he can beat DDP. DDP is just real crafty. He's just like unorthodox, herky-jerky, that Keith Jardine style, which I've said multiple times. Yeah. It's unpredictable. It's hard to fight guys like that. Kicks and punches come from places that you're just not used to. It's very awkward. And the way he doesn't wrestle. He literally just like falls on top of you. Like there's no real wrestling for him. He is good off of his back though. And that's where I look when he fought Usman. Usman is not used to being on his back. So I don't compare the two between DDP and Kamaru Usman. I think DDP can survive in the first 2 rounds. I think he can survive. And if he does, it has to do with how his Chimaev's cardio is. After round 1.5, 2 rounds, we're going to find out where the rubber meets the pavement kind of situation. Because was he always overtrained? Or does he have COVID issues with his lungs? Those two things are going to become very apparent, I think, in this fight. Because watching him work out side by side with Aaron Pico, with Sam Calavita, doing push-ups up the hill and him like slightly behind Aaron, and Aaron's 160, 170. And this kid, and Chimaev's obviously like 202, 199, 202, 205, somewhere in there. But doing push hops all the way up and then doing bear crawls all the way up and doing backward bear crawls up, and being right there with Aaron Pico, you can't do that with the littler guys, literally, and not be in shape. So that's what makes me believe that he either overtrains himself consistently because he just lives in the gym, from what I've heard from coaches, is that he overtrains, which crushes your body even more, but you get spurts of recovery because you're in shape. So your body recovers a lot faster, but then it dies quicker too because you haven't let your body rest. So for me, I feel like it's either the COVID situation with the lungs or he overtrained.
Make a pick.
The overtraining part I think should be gone if he worked with Sam Calavita.
Who's your pick?
My pick's DDP. I'm giving you things that make you think Chimaev now.
No. I like I said, I bet both of them because I have two different.
Come on, man.
I have two parlays,
What
man.
a guy,
I'm not going to commit to
I'm
either
talking
one of
about
them
your best
because
pick.
it's fine. I think because damn. Final answer, I would say Kamza.
Ooh.
And the only reason I say I see your point with DDP, and this is why. I think some guys are, I'm going to use bully fighter. If you go out there and you start, and you're like, look what he does. He sprints at the beginning and he's like, I'm going to murder him right away. Those people that have that mentality, if they don't murder you right away, they get mentally fatigued. It's not because they don't have the gas tank. It's because they get mentally fatigued. So when he went out there against Usman, he was like, this guy's smaller than me. I'm going to go out there and kill him. And when he went to go kill him, and Usman wasn't just dying, it gets this like, whoosh, like kind of spaz a little bit. And then you get that anxiety and then you appear out of shape. Like he's not out of shape. It was just like, I'm going out there. So is he in this one, not necessarily training different, but is he saying, I'm not going to be able to finish this guy at the beginning.
Those explosive guys that gas, they're always in the back of their mind. They're always scared of gassing.
Because they're expecting to finish right away.
Correct.
And that's what he does. He runs out of him. He sprints into that double leg and he goes down. He's looking for the finish right away. And if he doesn't get it, I think it's more of a mental thing. So is he training saying, look, we are going to go 5 rounds. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to sprint 5 rounds. Because, DDP, that's the only thing he's been saying in the press conference. He's not going to get me right away. He's not going to get me right away. So that's his whole game plan, is to take it into deep waters and drown him. So what if Kamzat's just training for that and saying, you know what? I am going to sprint the first round. If I don't finish him right away, then I'm going to coast for a little bit and then maybe sprint the third.
What if he comes out like more strategic and tactical and conserving the gas?
What concerns me about that is now you're changing the way that you're normally used to fighting, and that's a recipe for disaster.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
when
what I'm saying.
when you're
Go ahead and
changing
sprint
your
first
game.
round.
When you're changing your game to try and fit an opponent, no, just keep doing what you're doing, but just make little adjustments. And what I mean by making little adjustments is like, okay, look, once I get to a dominant position, control that position.
Breathe. Yeah.
Just hit some ground and pound. Don't rush to fight don't rush to get the rear naked. Like strike, then hit it. If it's not there, let it go. Don't squeeze to try to get a jaw lock submission. Okay, go back to punching. Go back to control. Like learning how to do those little things make a huge difference in a fight.
Yeah.
Huge difference. What's your take on Lerone Murphy, Aaron Pico?
Again, my heart goes to Pico, but I saw Lerone. He's undefeated. And I just watched his interview, and he's very comfortable. He's like, man, you guys keep throwing fights at me. He said, I'm just going to stay ready. He said, I know this kid's dangerous, but I'm going to go out there and fight. I'm going to fight anybody throw against me. And he even said it. He was like, you guys are letting these hype fighters jump up there and get these title shots. So I have to just take whatever fighter you throw at me. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, that's very comfortable and very confident, but not in a cocky way. That's why I was like, I would love to see Aaron Pico, because I think Aaron Pico would be a good poster boy. And I think the UFC really needs people like him. Mm-hmm. Lerone is not necessarily a poster boy. He's not that great guy in interviews, or he's not that big person that you can put where you're going to sell tickets. I think Aaron Pico would be more for that in the UFC. But then again, I've looked at all the guys that came over from Bellator. They put those guys against like these awkward matchups for them to lose, so that they can always say the UFC is better. So Lerone Murphy is one of those guys that I think can just disrupt Pico. I think he's going to stick him. I think he's going to stay away. I think he might just... We talked about stuff earlier, but I think that it's just going to be a decision. I think it's going to be a boring fight. He's going to frustrate Pico, and then Pico's going to make mistakes because he's frustrated.
So you're going with Lerone Murphy?
Yeah.
Oof.
My heart wants Pico, and I think Lerone Murphy is
just 3 or 5 rounds.
See, that's the thing. I've read a couple times that it's 5 rounds, but that being said, I think they had the 5-round fight for Evloev because the winner of that fight is possibly going to get a title shot against Volkanovski. But then Evloev fell off, and now Lerone stepped in. But I think it's going to be a 3-round fight. I'm not sure. I can't verify that, though, and I even did a whole breakdown on it. I saw that it's a 5-round fight on some websites, and I saw that it's a 3-round fight on others. So I'm not sure. The 5-round fight, I favor Aaron Pico. I think because then Pico can go ahead and take his time getting the takedowns, don't have to rush in, which he still will push the pace. And I've seen Lerone get tired as the fight goes on. And so as Lerone starts to get a little bit tired and all the movement, take a look at the Corey Sandhagen fight. Take a look at fighters that have to move a lot. And those fighters, when they have to move a lot, stick and move, pick their shots because they may get taken down. Bless you. They may get taken down. Like they tend to gas out at the end of round 2, going into round 3, if it's a 5-round fight. And then the takedowns come easier. The ground and pound comes easier. Aaron Pico, and you've seen him. His wrestling's obviously second to none. Being someone that was almost on the Olympic team, lost in the finals. Like he can wrestle. He's been wrestling international since he was like 15, 16 years old. Mm-hmm. He's a stud. An absolute stud when it comes to wrestling. But this ain't wrestling. This is MMA. Okay, as much as I love Aaron Pico, he's gonna have to fight a very smart fight. The Evloev fight to me was a easy fight, not an easier fight for him. Stylistically matched up, perfect for him. Wrestle against each other. Aaron had the better boxing, hands down, more power, better hands. Maybe not the kicks, whatever it is. But Evloev had really no boxing. Just a big body frame who could wrestle and scramble. So that made for a very fun fight. Lerone is one of those guys. If I was anybody that did any type of research on my fighters, like Lerone should be doing on Aaron, how does Aaron lose? He's been knocked out with big uppercuts against Hispanic kid
Henry
Corrales, right? And then he got knocked out flying knee from
Adam
Boric. Well, Lerone Murphy is explosive enough to do both of those things.
He knocks somebody out then.
Yeah, and so my point is that you have someone who's 16-0, who's never tasted defeat. He's big time co-main event, big step up in competition for him. Not so much a step up in competition. It's just step up in a position where people are expecting me to lose to this new guy that's coming into the UFC. That's Lerone's.
What people? He's favored.
Who is? Aaron Pico's favored.
Barely.
No, he's favored almost 2-1. It's like a plus. He's like a minus 212 or 215. Yeah, and then Lerone's like a minus 180. Was it 180? So when I did it, it was 160, I think.
Okay.
Or plus 160. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, but anyways, they're
something that doesn't always appear on on these breakdowns but that we're aware of because of the guys we talk to have made the transition. These jitters when you cross over. It's just another fight. It's another cage. No, it's not. It's different. I think guys do feel the difference between any other organization and going into the UFC. The hype, the pressure. Pico's never had this amount of hype or pressure on him ever in a fight. I do think that that's a factor. The guys will tell you, right? From Pitbull to Patchy very recently. MVP's probably said it himself. He's on the card as well. But yeah. It's different. You feel it.
Well, what it is when you walk into
home, right? It's
no, and that's what you just said is home. So like I've fought in every major organization across the world, right? From Pride to Dream to Strikeforce to UFC twice, Bellator, like every major organization I've pretty much fought in. That being said, every time you walk in, it's not home until you make it home, and that usually takes 2 or 3 fights. Aaron's gonna have to deal with that, and now I know that he's really lovable. Everyone's gonna, UFC's loving to bring him in. They like him as a person and as a fighter. They love the idea of having him there. He's still young, still extremely marketable. The backstory tells itself, like everything. Lerone is dangerous though. He's to me is a lot more dangerous than Evloev because Evloev is not gonna. I don't think Evloev's gonna be able to submit him. I don't think Evloev's gonna be able to knock him out. Like in the wrestling matchups, they probably are very equal. I put
Evloev or Pico.
No, Evloev and Pico, those two guys. If they were to fight each other,
okay.
they were to fight each other. They were They were very similar in styles. But I gave Pico the advantage. But in the Lerone, I give Pico the advantage in the wrestling. I give Pico advantage in the power. I give Pico the advantage, maybe even a little bit in the speed. They're equally, I think they're probably equal in speed. But Lerone Murphy is crafty on the feet. Push kicks up the middle, leg kicks, head kicks. Pico's going to have to stay very true and loyal to his hands being to his head. If he's not blocking his chin, he's going to get clipped coming in. You cannot afford to open up against Lerone Murphy. He's very crafty. He's very, very good on the feet. He's good at circling, staying away. He's good at keeping his back off the fence. So Pico's got his work cut out for him. This is a more, as I said, it was a more dangerous fight. It's not a harder fight. It's not an easier fight. It's a more dangerous fight. There's more things that he needs to be concerned of coming at him than if he was to fight Evloev. He's got to worry about the push kicks.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You didn't DDP or Kamza? You stay away from that. DDP?
I think he weathers the storm and out points. I'll take him by decision.
Okay. Yeah. What about this one, Pico and Lerone?
If I'm gonna go with Pico, I think he's gonna wrestle. I think we've seen him make those adjustments. All those knockouts he suffered, that was him wanting to fight that style. And since he went over to Greg's, and he's changed his style quite a bit, he's gonna have to wrestle.
Well, what he's gonna do is he's gonna wrestle early. And when he wrestles early, it's going to make Lerone very hesitant. If you watched any of the fights from last week when Ode Osborne fought Steve Ursig, Ode Osborne was lighting Ursig up, dropped him in the first first one or two exchanges. And then he was just teeing off on him. Could have been probably close to a 10-8 round. Ursig comes out in the second round, threatens one takedown. All of a sudden, Ode Osborne, not the same guy. Just clams up, loses the next 2 rounds. I think Lerone is going to be a little bit... He's a little bit more inclined to strike more than Ode did because Ode just completely shut down. But Pico's going to make these takedowns look a little easy. He's going to hit that high crotch. He's going to circle to the back. He's going to lift, scoop. He's going to elevate. Like he's going to get in on that single and lift and dump you forward. And then if he can, he's going to go switch into the double, lift up the butt, drop you down. And one of the things that I love about Aaron Pico's game since he went to Greg Jackson's, who's his coach? Who's his coach? Pico's coach at Greg Jackson's.
There's Brandon Gibson.
Yeah,
6 gun.
Yeah, so he's been with him. His ground and pound and his power in terms of ground and pound is nasty. So if Lerone doesn't get up quick, he's going to be struggling on the bottom. Struggling. Like the way that he collects that far side Dagestani handcuff, the way that he's able to do damage for standing over you, posturing, reminds me a little bit of like a Frank Shamrock, but just with more power, Aaron Pico. He's got good ground and pound. If you look at him too, and I don't know, have you paid attention to it this much, but his legs are shorter than his torso. So anytime someone like puts you into a butterfly, I can still stand up and your butterfly hooks are in, and I can still punch you by standing over you without having to really bend over. Because Pico's got deceptively long arms, he's got a longer upper body torso and shorter legs. So he can still stand over you and do some nasty damage in the ground and pound. I'm going Aaron Pico because I think if he gets wrestling early, I think especially if this is a 5-round fight, I'm for sure going Aaron Pico. But
it says 3.
Oh, it says 3.
Chat says 3.
Okay, so they're probably right. Chat's probably right. But because like I said, I think the Evloev fight was for sure 5, and they never changed it. And they did.
Pico's favorite. He's the favorite.
He's favored. Yes.
How much?
I had it at 215. I think is what I had it.
So I thought it was like a negative 120.
It was at 215,
and
close. Then it was. I had negative 215, and Lerone was 160 plus 165 or 160.
Here's one thing that I look at with it, and I know it's just 2 different organizations, but Lerone, they've been throwing like some killers at him. Barbosa, even his last fight with Emmett. Emmett's dangerous. He throws hard punches. Yeah. And I haven't seen, even though Lerone, they say he's kind of a little boring in his fights because he's trying to win versus trying to like beat people up. I haven't seen him really in danger.
Nah.
So we're looking at Aaron Pico that puts people in danger quick. Is he going to be able to do it with Lerone? I think, like I said before, I think Lerone just kind of frustrates people. Because everybody comes, you see how Emmett was frustrated, like he always gets, tries to throw these like haymakers all the time. I like Emmett. I like his style, man. He's
fun to watch.
He's fun to watch. And then Barbosa and all these guys, he's getting Danny Ige, all these guys, man, they're all dangerous like that. I like Ige a lot. Nobody really put him in danger. So how do we think that Pico is? Because who is Pico? I don't see. It's kind of hard. Like beaten. That's up to the caliber of the guys that he's
the toughest fight of Pico's
for
sure.
Josh Emmett loads up on everything. He's gotten away from his wrestling, and I think Josh Emmett, the younger Josh Emmett, would have beat him. But Josh Emmett this day doesn't wrestle anymore.
He was trying to wrestle him that one, and he wasn't taking him down.
He's getting slower. He's 38 years old. That's my point. My point is that he's getting slower. Pico's still got some speed on him. He's 20. I think Pico's 28 or 29. Like, he's coming into his own. This is like literally I've taken pictures of him from when he was younger. We were, when he first got into Bellator, he was a baby. Yeah. You look at him now, he's physically just shredded and he's a man.
Yeah. He's a poster boy.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, I'm leaning Pico. I mean, it wouldn't change my mind regardless because I'm a Pico fan.
Why wouldn't UFC just bring him in and give him somebody that stylistically they know
did,
he can
but
beat?
Then Evloev fell off.
And then pick someone else.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to even fight anybody that's ranked necessarily. Let's highlight this Joker. Let's give him a couple squash matches.
No, the guys, they're not trying to accommodate any of the guys coming over. I
know. No. Give him one squash match.
But even, I mean, it's the same situation even with...
Patricio, Mix.
No, but even outside of the Bellator guys, like from the middleweight.
Kaya Sakura.
Yeah.
Oh, you have Kaya Sakura and you have Tyra. Tyra. And then you said a middle. Oh, RDR.
Yeah, he's being, thrown in the deep end right away.
Well, I mean, no, they gave him what? Gerald Mershard, I think, first.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So they did him a little bit favor. But then he also said, I'm cool with working my way up. But he was a 2-division champion in one. Yeah. 185 and 205 pound champion. Lost in the title fight for the heavyweight.
Now you're right. He had one, and then now
he had two. He had two, and then he had Bo Nickel. Yeah. After he had Mershart, Bo Nickel, and then he had Whitaker, and he just beat Whitaker. That was a great fight. Yeah. Tough fight. Could have went either way. I gave it to him. I thought he beat Whitaker.
Now he's in the mix.
In the mix. Yeah. And he asked for Chimaev. He goes, if Chimaev loses, I want that fight next. Yeah. He said, if Chimaev wins, he said, of course I want the fight because it's the champ. He's like, but either way, I want Chimaev next. He's like, I'm cool with that.
He's a weird fighter.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then what do you think?
MVP and Cannonier.
What's that?
MVP
and Cannonier.
I like MVP, man. I like because before when he first came out, everybody was like, he's just a striker. He's not that good. But I like him. I like his personality. I like the fact that he can be kind of a, business wise, it's a good person to put up there. Cannonier came to the press conference looking kind of like a little thuggish and not like you got to understand fighting is a business. And a lot of people think it's a sport. Nothing's a sport nowadays. Everything's a business. Like make yourself good for the business of the UFC. So come in there, clean yourself up a little bit. Like look like somebody that they can put in that top position and run with it. Yeah. And I don't think Cannonier is really thinking about that. He's thinking more of I want to be a tough fighter. I think MVP stepped up a lot, and he's taken fights that could be considered dangerous for him. This one could be dangerous for him, but I like it. I think Cannonier is going to try to strike with him. I think MVP is going to pick him apart and possibly knock him out.
I mean, yeah, one's 41 years old, the other one's like 38, pushing 39.
Yeah, it's a good matchup.
What's
the line?
Oh, the line on that one is, I know
MVP's a slight favorite.
Yeah, he's a slight favorite. Yeah, I think that's the one maybe you were thinking of with the Roan. Yeah. Yep. Good. I mean, to me, it's a good fight. The thing is with MVP, Cannonier's got some power. MVP, though, is if he's able to get MVP close to the fence at all and get him to the clinch, that dirty boxing, MVP's getting a little bit older. The chin's never been great. It's not bad, but his chin's never been great.
Who's knocked him out?
Douglas Lima.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
the highlight, yeah. the meme knockout.
But no, it's just he very rarely gets hit. And the reason why I say this is because I correlate him to Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. was never really hit in his younger ages. As soon as he slowed down a little bit, is once he started getting hit, he got knocked out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was one after the other. When you take those guys that are extremely fast, they weren't used to getting hit. And so then when they start to slow down just a tiny bit, punches are landing that didn't used to land
But
before.
where is he slowed down? He's not slowing down.
He has. That's why he went to 85.
I really like Ian Gary, and he fought Ian Gary. He got beat by him, but
He's still fast. I'm not saying he's not fast. I'm simply saying he is slowing down. But you remember, we've seen him for 8 years. I've seen him. You've seen him longer. I've seen him for about 8 years because I worked for Bellator calling his fights. He's extremely fast. Everyone says. Logan Starley said, "Man, I never fought anybody that fast ever in my life." He's like, I couldn't see where it was coming from. He was hitting me from everywhere.
But I think it's part his how fast he is, but part how long he is in his movement.
Yep.
And those aren't slowing down. He's still going to be hopping around like that. Those are the hardest people. Like when I fought karate people, those were harder to fight than most people for me as a wrestler trying to take them down because I can never grab hold of their ass and they just touch you and the touching hurts. Even the little touching hurts, and they just keep moving. I like him. I mean, and then Cannonier is not
Don't
slower.
say that I don't like him. Don't. I know you like him. I like him too. I'm simply
looking
saying
what's good for business.
What concerns me is that he is slowing down a tiny bit, and it only takes one shot from Cannonier. It only takes one shot from almost anyone. But what concerns me is the Roy Jones effect. Is that once you start getting touched a little bit, the knockouts come a little easier, and that's what concerns me.
Okay, what if can Cannonier take one of his shots?
Yes, but it's going to take multiple. It's not going to be a one hitter quitter. Who's
the last person Cannonier fought? He had one that was just kind of disappointing.
Yeah,
it wasn't a good fight.
Who did he lose to?
It was ugly. Though,
It was a title fight, wasn't it?
No. That was 2 or 3.
It was a
fights
fight
ago.
night, right?
Yeah, gosh,
It was just not very impressive.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
That's why I say if you're
why we
talking
can't
about
recall it.
Jared Cannonier fought. I think he fought. Did he fight Delidze?
I'm trying to find out.
He may have.
So we're talking about slowing down.
No, Cannonier for sure is slowing down.
And if
got great cardio
slow down, and MVP still got a little bit of speed.
He still has a lot more speed than Cannonier. But my thing is this: if he is able to get him trapped against the wall, Ian Gary was able to take MVP down.
Yeah,
and
I like
that's at 170.
Ian Gary. I like him as a fighter. Dang, bro! Now you're gonna mess with that. We're talking about fighting here. We're not talking about personal life. Do what you want to in your personal life.
Open
I just want to see
season for
people
Josh.
people out. I want to see poster
MVP hasn't had a
Who did
highlight
Cannonier
reel
fight?
finish
Cannonier
in a while.
fought Gregory Rodriguez. Last one he won by TKO.
RoboCop.
Before that,
he beat RoboCop.
Before that, he
did, right?
lost twice.
He
Against,
lost twice. Gotcha. Carvajalo.
Yep.
Yeah. Carvajalo. And then
that's
He's good.
that's a tough fight.
Yeah.
Imavov.
Imavov, who's the number one guy right now.
Yeah.
He got leapfrogged by Chimaev.
Yeah.
I mean, he's lost to 2 guys that are ranked 2, and like Imavov's been ranked number 1 for a year, and then Carvajalo is ranked number 5, but he's fighting Imavov next to see who fights the winner of Chimaev and DDP.
Yeah.
So it's not like, and the thing is MVP is fighting at 85. But he really should be a 70 pounder, but he is getting older and doesn't want to cut the weight anymore.
But he can support the weight.
He can.
Tall,
he's still tall and skinny, but he is going to be faster than those guys. That's the thing. I think when he fought Ian Gary, he's like, okay, this guy's fast.
Yeah.
I'm faster because that's why Ian started shooting.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm faster. He's like, but man, how much faster could I be though at 85? Yeah. Those guys.
Has he fought up before? This is his first time, right? He never fought up in.
I don't know.
In Bellator.
I'm sure some guys missed weight and they just called it an 85 fight to fight him.
He's very long and tall.
Yeah, he is long and tall. He's fast. He's fun, man. He's fun. I love watching him fight.
Yeah,
people sometimes don't like
watch.
it, but I like it.
So final answer, I go MVP. What do you got?
I'll say MVP.
MVP.
Okay.
Yeah, MVP. I'm just saying, keep an eye out though, because I don't think the chin is what it could be.
Well, we can say what ifs on every fight.
Do you know anything about Jeff Neal and Carlos Pratis?
Yeah. I like Carlos
Pratis.
Do
you like Pratis?
Yeah,
that's a good fight.
I like Jeff Neal
that's a banger.
He's tough. He's
banger.
tough, and he's tough at everything. It just seems sometimes I feel like he just kind of coasts. Sometimes I feel like he coasts. Sometimes I like Pratis. I think Pratis is
the guy who smokes cigarettes. He He's out there chain smoking the week of.
He's trying to be a name, man.
Man, did you hear why though? He's like, because then he's like, when I don't smoke,
eat, right?
he's like, when I smoke, he's like, I don't eat. He's like, and I got to make weight.
Okay.
I was like, damn, savage. Yeah. I'm like, you ever thought about chewing then? Just chew? He's like,
it's not the
so
same.
That's
what I did in college. I would chew.
I would chew. I did a little bit of chewing in college as well.
It was a thing that kind of suppressed my appetite.
Yeah. Yep.
But I like
Jeff being a Dallas boy, and over at Fortis with Saif Sayud. But yeah, I'll go Prodis as well.
Jeff, if he touches him, could put him away. I still look at Prodis. He's not afraid to wrestle a little bit. He's got good takedown defense. Not that Jeff Neal's going to try to take him down, right. But Jeff's going to try to touch him. He's got one. His weapons are just his hands. Jeff Neal's not throwing a lot of kicks. He's not mixing it up. He's relatively just a boxer.
Yeah.
And Prodis is going to kick a lot. Prodis is going to throw a couple of jumping knees, kind of keep you guessing. And he's going to throw angles. He's going to be wild about it. So Jeff's got to be very careful about what he does.
Prodis only has one loss, right? That was his last fight?
He's got seven losses. He's got one loss in the UFC.
His last fight was against...
was it Ian Gary?
It was a tough one that he barely lost.
I think he lost to Ian Gary. Yeah, that was his last fight. Yeah.
Good card. Fun card.
Yeah, there's some good fights on this card. The fight to watch out for if you guys are going to be watching the fights this weekend. Drakkar Klose versus... what's his name? Oh, jeez. Gosh, I know you're gonna laugh at me as soon as I tell you your name.
Edson Barboza.
Edson Barboza.
Yeah, and that's a prelim.
Edson Barboza's losing.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oof.
I heard something about Barboza. I heard that Barboza's having a little issues.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, insider trading. Like it.
I don't know.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. He's not as active as he used to be.
Yeah,
I
heard he's having a little issues,
like midlife crisis issues, or
no? I think I heard. Was it? There's.
Don't we give it out?
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Don't we
there's issues.
Yeah,
that's all you need to know.
If you guys are sleepers, take a look at Brian Battle. He's fighting Ruzbelev, which should be a good fight. Ruzbelev, tough fighter. Brian Battle's just one of those guys that
scrappy,
grimy, just like and when he gets the mic afterwards, he's like, yeah, fuck France. Like he's that guy.
Yeah.
He's that guy. He's like there.
Is
he's
he
like
good?
He's like he's tough. He won the Ultimate Fighter. He literally fought somebody from France, beat him. He gets the mic and goes, "You didn't think some France guy was gonna beat me, did you?" It's like he just went off on France, and I was like, "Bro, you're awesome, man."
He's trying.
Yeah, he was trying. So
you call it Battle wins? You see Battle wins?
I think Battle wins that fight. Yeah, it's going to be a scrap fight.
Yeah.
And then Chase Hooper is now becoming a man over Alexander Hernandez. I think Chase Hooper is going to.
Yeah, I like Chase.
Just that he's got that tall, long, lanky body, and he's got good
Submission.
grappling, submission. I think he's going to hang on him and do some work on him. Alexander is going to look good for the first round. Then he's going to get tired having to move a lot and run a lot.
Were we watching the fights at Bobby's house?
Oof.
Bobby, you still having a party?
Yeah.
Everybody come over to Bobby's house. We'll post the address.
I'll order chicken wings.
Come on over.
I love wings.
Oh, man.
Those should be fun fights.
All right, guys. Well, hey, make sure you guys tune in to UFC 319 pay-per-view this weekend. Don't miss it. It's going to be dope. I want you guys to come visit us again after this because Bobby said you picked Chimaev, I picked DDP, you picked DDP, I picked Pico, you picked Lerone. Pico. 2 against 1.
Dang. Always has to be something like that. But before we stop, have you got any more movement on yours? We've talked about you getting back into the cage. Is it?
No more movement. Not yet. We're
There's some stuff going on.
Like he's don't look at me, man. He came to me with some stuff, and we've chatted about it a little bit, but
not worth talking about to our audience. This is breaking news.
No,
you heard it here first. What's going on? What kind of news are we talking about?
It is worth talking about. I think we're just we're waiting to look. Nate kind of is like, hey man, he hasn't fought in a while, and maybe he needs to fight somebody else, and he has a friend in mind that he wants me to fight. And I'm like, okay, we can have a discussion, I guess. So we're chatting about it, but there's a lot more than just us two saying we want to fight. You've got to find a place to put it. You got to find a lot of.
The business
Side of it all.
Business, moving parts, a lot of pieces here, egos, all these things, right?
Whoa, no ego here.
All ego there. but then Rich is going out to Misfits Boxing in a couple weeks,
weeks, yeah.
So we'll talk to who's the guy over there with Misfits?
Mams.
So you're gonna have a little conversation about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I was talking to Mans before about.
There was an offer made. Remember?
Oh,
yeah. It was just right at the time where I was
going into
AEW.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm all about revisiting that.
So makes sense then.
Dad Dojo.
I'll let
both of us on the same card.
Hey, I'll let you headline. And then
I'll take it.
I'll take it. There you go.